everybody, I'm Shannon from Creative Chaos in Tennessee, and today we are back with another week of Shake It, Scrap It, Create It. This is week 27, and this week's prompts were acrylic or plastic shapes, embossing folder, and the number 4. And I'm also combining this with How to Kill a Kit with Style and my Fun in the Sun Summer Challenge series, because I am still using my Miss Kate's summer break collection kit. So I'm going to use this sketch from Scrapbook Generations. If you go on their site, they have a lot of free sketches that you can get. This one is from July 2016. I know a lot of you guys know about Scrapbook Generations. I didn't know about Scrapbook Generations until this past International Scrapbook Day, and I did their crop. And I absolutely love how they do their sketches and how they lay out all the measurements, which I still don't always use them. But I love how they're all broke down to be very simple in design, but you can do so many different things with them. So like I said, this is the sketch that I am using this time around. And I am going to do 4th of July, and embossing folders was one of the prompts, so this is the one I used. And then the number 4, which I am using 4 banner pieces, and that is also what I embossed. And I wish I would have thought about it, because I would have flipped my embossing folder over to have the embossed part up instead of in. But I thought I would use that one because it reminded me of fireworks, since that's pretty much what we were doing. I'm going to use this swap piece. This was made by Veronica R. And I've had this for a couple years, I know. And this is also a swap piece made by Sharon Piper. And then, like I said, I have some of my kit paper. Let's see. And this was made by Debbie Johnson from RTS, July 2022. So this, I've had this for a minute also. And this is back when I first started swapping with Ginger over at RTS by Janet Madison's, the Facebook group. So I love it. And then I have my journaling strips. I have them for my acrylic shapes. I have these that came from Close to My Heart. And I have some enamel dots because they are acrylic. And I have my photos. These are my photos of my 2 grandbabies. We was on the lake and did some sparklers, and we watched the town fireworks from a distance. And I just have my paper. So I'm going to lay it down. This is going to go really quick and fast. This calls for a 4x4 photo and 2 3x4 photos and then a 2x2 photo. But for the 4x4 photo, I'm going to substitute the eagle and then add the 2 3x4 photos. And then for this 2x2 photo, I thought that I would substitute this little embellishment. So I think it works out. Like I said, those sketches are really versatile, and you can kind of just customize the sketch. You never have to do a sketch exactly like, you know, they show. But I did cut my block 4x4. So I am just going to cut all of these down. And I just cut this pattern paper. You don't even have to do that, but I just cut this pattern paper to go behind the eagle, so it would give it a little bit of variation. And I apologize for being late with this video once again. Every time I think I'm a little bit ahead and I'm going to be called up, something else comes along. And this has been 4th of July weekend, so I have literally been gone every day. We celebrated on the lake, and then we went to our friends and celebrated, and then last night, which I'm filming this on Sunday night, last night we did our little get together here at my house, and then today we went back to the lake and to finish it out. So we had fun, but I'm tired. And band camp starts this week, y'all. I'm like, oh no. That means it's almost time for school to start. We got 2 weeks of band camp for Brooke. So that means getting back in routine and getting up early and all of that not fun stuff. So I'm just going to lay these strips down. Actually, I think I'll push it right up against it to line it up. I think I'm going crooked. I don't know where I'm setting down. It wouldn't surprise me, but it's okay. I'm not a perfectionist, so it'll be all right. I don't even know what I was going to say. I'm a little bit sad to know that this is starting my kiddo's last year of high school, and Brooke has big plans to move away, go to college. Only about 2.5 hours away, probably, but I'm like, that's a long ways. No, my baby, you can't leave. But they grow up and do their own thing for sure. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, and I'm just gonna make the most of this year. So I've been a little late with videos going up, but I have been out making memories with my family, which is what it's all about. And I figured I need to take that time, and you guys will still be here. Or at least the videos will still be waiting for me to come make. So I've been trying not to stress out too much about it, because I do put a lot on my plate, and I get stressed out if I feel like I'm going to be late getting my videos up. But sometimes you just got to take a step back and realize there's more to life, you know? I love you guys, and I appreciate that you guys come and watch my videos and support me and play along with my challenges and all that stuff. But definitely, if you have the chance to go out and make memories with your family, do that. For sure. Okay, so I know what I did wrong. I wonder if I can pull my photos up. Okay, I'm just going to leave them. I was going to change my pictures originally, and I didn't do them that way, because, and I was going to put the eagle right in the middle, but if I do, it's going to cover up that sparkler and cover up Lainey over here. So I'm going to put it down a little bit instead of having it perfectly in the middle like I planned, but that's okay. You just have to learn to pivot. And then I'm going to put this up here. Let's see here. The 4th of July is definitely summer. I know it starts in June usually, like it's hot and all that stuff, but you really know it's summertime at the 4th of July. Alright, I'm going to glue this one down instead of popping it up. And I have all my little strips, which I will glue on. And then I have my banners. And I like how they did the banners on this, and then they have like a sew-in thing. But I don't know. Whenever I put it all together first, I didn't like the way my banners look going across. And I think it's because they use different papers for each banner. And I'm using all the same. because I was limited on my what like red, white, and blue I had in the collection, because I wanted it to be more, you know, USA versus summery. So I'm using all the same, which, I mean, it's good, but I'm going to be kind of generous with the glue, because where this is embossed, I don't think it's going to hold very good. But I think I could get a few more layouts of 4th of July out of it if I really wanted to, with the red and blue it has in the collection. But now I have lake pictures and all that stuff, so that will work out great too. It is summer themed. I feel like it's kind of more beachy, a beachy vibe, but I'm gonna make it work and see what can be created. Okay, so there's my banners on there, and then how I added in my acrylic pieces was I used them for the centers, or not really the centers, but like to attach my banners. And then I have enamel dots on the ends, because I only had 3 of these hearts. I probably need to use tacky glue to attach them, because they may come up, and it's on embossed paper, so we'll see. I can always change it if I need to. And then I always put glue under my enamel dots too, because for some reason they just don't seem to like to want to stick. And I could have run twine on here. I could have done faux stitching. You could do tons of different things. And then I have this little hearts, and I think I'm going to put it there. Let's see if I can make it hold. And then I'll put my journaling strips down here. I'll have to put them in order. But I will post a photo at the end of all of it so you guys can see. But we need to shake for next week's prompts. So let's do that. So first up we got shapes, colors, numbers. It's actually getting a little bit low. We might have another 2 months maybe out of it before we get a refill. But this one's always the fullest jar, because there's a lot of shapes, numbers, and colors out there. 1. So the number 1. You could use the actual number 1. You could use 1 photo, 1 embellishment, 1 heart, whatever. Techniques and tools. I always say I'm not the craft police. This is just to give you prompts as a jumping off point to use your supplies, what you have, and to think outside the box. You can make a card, layout, junk journal, whatever you want. Inking. So number 1, inking, and let's see what we get for our embellishment. You can always play along and be entered to win Happy Mail over on the Facebook group. There is an album created each month. I give away prizes the last day of the month. And scraps. So pull out those scraps. The number 1, inking and scraps, is the prompts. Use those on any project. Post them over on the Facebook group. There's new prompts every Sunday. Or if I'm late, on Monday. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope that you enjoyed this and that it inspired you. And until next time, bye y'all.